What's going on, guys? Having on back, and welcome to Brawl Stars Mythbusters. Episode 3, of course. It's been about, I don't know, like 10 decades since the last episode, so I think it's time again. As always though, don't forget to leave your myths down below. You guys comment them, I test them out, and we're Gucci. Question of the day though, to win a gift card of your choice, what is your least favorite brawler? Winners will be picked on April 1st. So yeah, anyways, without further ado, let's get right into it. Myth. If Bull and Daryl uses their super into each other, one will be knocked out of their super. Myth busted. Unfortunately, the results were pretty boring. I expected something more like this. Anyways, nobody was knocked out of their super. They just kept going to their destinations. Bull kept running, chasing his dreams, and Daryl looked confused as ever. They both took some damage though, so that was interesting. Myth. BB can hit the robot besides the wall with their super in training camp. Myth confirmed. He provided gameplay, and yes, her super does hit through walls. It's kind of like that bubble just, I don't know, has powers. I also tried it myself and I got the same results. So if you push the robot to the wall, which is what you have to do first, and then throw the super at the robot or at, like it kind of bounces off the same direction, it'll hit the robot. Now sometimes it does matter what angle you're doing it from, but as long as you're hitting directly at the center of the robot, yes, you'll deal damage. Before we move on though, this video is sponsored by MZ, a new game called Crystalborn. It has to be the most amazing RPG I've played on my phone yet. You can fight unique bosses, collect heroes, and fight with your friends around the globe, but instead of talking, let's just jump straight into it. First, let's do the campaign. This is your current progress. When choosing a level, here you have the chance to pick which hero you want. In the battle though, here's your main battle buttons for the currently selected hero. You can hold them to see what they do, then target the enemy you want. Every attack uses mana that resets after every round, so use it wisely. Battles are really simple yet fun. Once the battle is over, let's head home and tap heroes. These are all your heroes. You collect more through the Crystal Forge. My favorite heroes are these 5, and it's because I'm drawn to their stats. They're powerful and they're well balanced. I also have some decent gear I've equipped for them, so yeah. Upgrading and ranking is easy. Just click level up, and then when you're high enough, you can also rank up. This requires to use a hero or special item, and then click and boom. And here's your infusion tab. For my favorite hero, we can permanently increase your accuracy with a few items. You can find more of these items by playing campaign, PvP, bounty board, and guild quest. Speaking of guilds though, it's essentially a clan. This is a view of our map. You can engage in a guild arena PvP battle, set up a defense, capture tiles, and at the end of the day, you get to go home with a sweet reward. Overall, I've been having a blast playing Crystalborn. I'll leave links down below to download. Of course, the game is free on iOS and Android, and was even featured as a top new game in the App Store. Whoa. Myth. When Daryl stops rolling on a launch pad, he will still be on his barrel for a few seconds. Myth confirmed. I'm not sure why this happens, but yeah, he sort of just keeps spinning in place. Usually when his super is over, he'll pop back up into action and pow. But if you directly land on a launch pad for whatever reason, that's a different story. You gotta wait a couple seconds before you can actually use his attacks again. Myth. If you use Mortis's attack and his super the split second after, the circle below him becomes yellow and you will hear the super's sound, but no bats will come out, and he will continue to dash. Myth busted. I'm not sure if this was a glitch he experienced once, because it could have been possible, but I didn't seem to find a way to replicate this. I did it a few times and even different ways, and nothing. It's also worth mentioning that the game doesn't even let you click your supers fast enough. It'll delay it by a couple seconds. As you can see here, I was spamming this super button, but the game wasn't letting me click on it. This was probably a glitch when Mortis first came out, I think. I'm not sure though, because I've never seen it happen, but you never know. Myth. Change the language to this and you won't be able to log into Facebook. Myth busted. I remember someone sent this to me for Clash Royale as well, and that was also busted. So I'm not sure what's going on here. Is it only for Android? Because every time I try it in every Supercell game, it lets me log into Facebook. I'm not sure if it's just specific devices or it's because it's on Android, I'm not sure, but for me, it doesn't seem to affect whether I'm in Dutch or Chinese or English or Spanish. It doesn't matter, I can still sign into Facebook. Myth. Spike is the only brawler that does not move when they are standing still. Myth confirmed. If you're wondering, yes, I had to go through all 33 brawlers one by one, and God, so annoying. That wasn't fun, but regardless, it's true. Spike is the only one that stays still and has no movement. Everyone else has like a breathing animation, even like the slightest little movement, or their weapons move, or Mortis's lantern, for example, swings. There's always something moving. But Spike just stands still like he's a statue with no life in him. It's kind of creepy. The closest thing I came to not moving was Sandy, but like some others, he has really slight breathing, so you can kind of notice it if you look closely. Myth. None of HaVoC's video titles have the word dank in it. Myth busted. I guess he missed this dank video here. Myth. When you use Carol's super and you spin clockwise, the animation will kind of stop. Myth confirmed. Carl spins a certain way and so does his weapon, but if you sort of spin the opposite way that he's spinning, yes, the animation just sort of doesn't know what to do at that point and slows down, it stutters, it doesn't do the full fast spinning it usually does. So it doesn't stop completely, but the myth didn't state it does anyways. It just sort of kind of stops the animation from going how it should. Myth. If you use Daryl's super while the match ends, he continues to roll. Myth confirmed. This one's pretty common and happens with a lot of brawlers as well. This applies to this myth with Daryl. He'll just keep rolling, and this is because the animation for brawlers is supposed to be stopped when a match ends, but in some cases it'll just kind of bug out and it'll loop that animation over and over until, well, forever, I don't know. Myth. If you're in the training cave for 13 minutes and 14 seconds, it results in a draw, and then the victory loss screen will appear empty for a second before going back to the brawler screen. Myth. Alright, so the only thing he had wrong was the timing, but he did get something wrong, so it's kind of like a myth, but it's mostly entirely true. It's actually 20 minutes, and then after that, everything else he said is completely true, like I said. The match results appear for a slight second, but if we slow it down and stop at this frame, you can clearly see it. And then it goes back onto the brawler screen. It's kind of weird how that screen appears so briefly. It's like, why? It's not even a real match, but I guess it was just a shortcut in the development stages. Maybe they just needed something quick and easy, and boom, they simulated a real match but tried to skip it as much as they could. So guys, I think that should be it for Brawl Stars Mythbusters Episode 3. I had a blast with all of these myths. Like I said in the beginning of the video, if you guys have some more, go ahead and comment them down below. Feel free to, I'll test them out, or you can also go to my Discord and drop them down in this channel right here. It's called Brawl Stars Mythbusters. Links are down below for the Discord, and also one more thing about the giveaway. It's basically a question of the day. You answer the question and I pick a winner on April 1st for a $25 gift card of your choice, as long as I can get it. So if you're outside of the country, just make sure it's something I can actually get. And yeah, it's that simple. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to download Crystalborn. Links are down below. Go ahead and check it out. I've been having a blast, and I'm sure you will too. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching. HaVoC Gaming out. Peace.